In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how we're booking in over 100 qualified sales meetings through an AI automated sales funnel. And this works for software companies if you're booking demos. This works for service companies if you're booking meetings online. It works also for local businesses as well because it takes the manual work out of the equation. So now let's just kind of jump into what we're seeing in terms of the results. And so this is just one of our client accounts. We're able to do $4,500 in client spend. Okay. And then we generated 418 leads, booked in 116 of those people, 32 or so no shows. I think that's somewhere around 70% show rate, 75% show rate. And then they closed over 100K. And so today I want to break down exactly how this funnel works, how you can use it as well, and then what it looks like when it does act in action, right? And so just to start, I don't want to make it too complicated, but we do paid ads, right? Because cold email and cold outreach nowadays is scalable, but it doesn't work because everybody else is doing it automated. It just is not effective anymore. That's coming from somebody who sent over 1 million cold emails personally through systems. I've sent hundreds of thousands of messages through systems as well for clients and for myself. And let's say, I'll be honest, it does work to some degree. Okay. But it's just not automated. It's not scalable. It's not effective as much as it once was. Now, what you can see with this system, you're able to get people in. There's no manual follow-up. Your closers and your salespeople don't have to text. And I'll get to that in a second. But essentially, you just wake up with sales calls qualified on your calendar. Now I'm going to go through the entire funnel. I'm going to go through everything involved. I'm going to go through what we test. I'm going to go through how we make it work and how you can also do it for your business. Okay. So step number one is we do research. Okay. And so I'll actually scroll up to the top here. How we do research is we first find the dreams and pains. We look at the sophistication level of the market, and then we create a perfect bait to get them in through paid media. Okay. So we don't just say, hey, get this thing or whatever. It's a free thing that can actually help them so that now they're kind of indoctrinated to who you are and how you can actually provide value. This is the same across software companies, service companies, coaching companies. As I said, it works quite well also for local companies. And so we'll create that. We'll create the offer based off the competition and based off what we're seeing in the market. We'll generate keywords in a full swipe file for you. And then basically we have an understanding of what are the core pains, the core desires, and we want to talk about that in the ads, of course, and also give them a reason why they should act now and talk to somebody on your team. And then when we build those assets, right, we put them into this system. It's essentially how Facebook is set up, and we write all the copy. We set it all up here. And so I don't know if you've ever been in an ad manager, but if you have, you know, it's kind of a labyrinth. And so we just make it very easy for our media buyers to be able to just put the copy and the targeting and the stuff that we found on research and kind of put it into play for that campaign. And so I'll go into kind of the system now. Okay. So the way we do it is we generate those sales angles, and then we'll generate the campaign for that one specific sliver of the market that's going to pay you the most, stay the longest, and be the best to work with. Okay. And then we'll do 3 different ad sets. And then those tests, we actually don't test anything to start. We only test the creatives for these. So we'll start here with the ad tests. Okay. And then we'll move to ad sets after. But we have 3 each, and we put 3 ad tests in each ad set. Okay. And then we'll test creative first, we'll test the copy, and then we'll test the ad controls like Advantage Plus, etc. And then from there, once we find winners, we'll take the winners and put them into one ad set, and then manipulate the targeting, the location, the spend, the placements, etc., so that we can make those winners even better while we're still testing additional creatives in the ad sets. Okay. In the other 2 ad sets. And what we do is we bring them to a lead funnel. If you don't know what a lead funnel is, it's just like they go to a page. Let's say you're going after a B2B sliver of the market. Let's say it's a recruiting software. You might be going after healthcare. And so we call that person out. That's why the test there is call out first. Okay. And then headline, right? It's come to something like, let's say, 4 ways that healthcare professionals can XYZ without pain point. Okay. That's all the lead funnel is. We're seeing about a 30 to 60% opt-in rate on those lead funnels. So it works very, very well in terms of generating leads. Now, that's not a booked call. Okay. This is where the hard part comes in, is booking the call. Getting the leads through ads is really not a problem if you just understand them, what they want, and you have a simple lead funnel, which is above the fold. Okay. Once they opt in, they go to a new lead automation, right? And it's a text, it's an email, a few other things can happen thereafter. But what's important to note here is that the first text that's sent to them is always going to be an open-ended text. It's not going to be your traditional standard, hey, book a meeting. Hey, did you get the thing? Right? It's not going to be salesy. It's going to be very open-ended in terms of, hey, are you still looking for X? Are you still dealing with Y? Right? And so it's very open-ended because when there is a response, the SMS bot then becomes activated. Now, why that's important, it's because the SMS bot will not only qualify the lead, but it will uncover pains and desires, and then will book a call for you in your calendar based on your availability. We find that to be very, very, very effective. In contrast to email, right? I think there's a stat that I had seen the other day where it's like 90+% of people open their SMS. Okay. Now this works B2B too. We've done this B2B. It works B2C certainly, but it works B2B as well. People are a lot more likely to text you rather than pick up the phone. You're still going to get a 10% connect rate with any of these new leads that come in. You'll get a 30-40% email open rate. Okay, so texts are just the most important. This is the powerhouse of this funnel, is this AI sales agent bot that can be implemented in many different softwares. ManyChat, we use Go High Level for this. And you train the bot and you basically train it to have a conversation based off of best practice for any sales conversation, social selling conversation that you would have on LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, when you do outbound. Okay. But now they kind of know you, they receive value from you, so they're a lot more likely to respond. And that bot will qualify and book a call for you. Now, if they do not reply, we continue to send SMS and emails over the course of a prescribed period of time in these different sequences, right? So the new lead automation, the deadline sequence, and then the long-term nurture sequence. Each of these SMS texts that go in, because that's, as I said, the hero of this funnel, each of these messages are going to have an open-ended response, a question-based text, something that elicits a response. The reason for that is because we know that whenever they do respond, it will activate the SMS bot. And so this bot does not take breaks. It does not drink coffee. It does not have lunch. It does not go to sleep. And that's why it's so effective, because it will always follow up in a timely manner, say within 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, no matter the time that they respond, which is why it's so important that this works so incredibly well. Because if you have a sales team and they're out of office 6, 7 o'clock and you get leads, you're going to miss those people. They're going to go to the person that responds fastest, right? And then so with that being said, we send these people from this page, right? We send them to the book a demo page. But if you look after they opt in, you have what's called a VSL, which is a video sales letter, right? It's just a regular page with a video that we will script, right? And there's a prescribed script for this VSL that drives them to take action. Now, some people that go right from lead funnel to VSL will book, some, but not all. And how we're able to get 20+% of people who come through the lead funnel and then book, it's because we have a good VSL and then we have the SMS. So really, what's important to know is that this is doing all the work. However, this VSL is required. How do they click the button on the VSL? They'll go to a book a call page. And as you can see above, there's these tests that we have here, right? So we test headline, subhead, CTA button for all of them. We may test the script on the VSL, but then for the book a call page, we'll be testing the qualifying form, right? Because we want to make sure that we're not just booking meetings with just anybody. We ask 5 to 10 questions depending on that industry and what they need to know about the person, whether that's revenue, whether that's are you going to show up on time, stuff like that, in terms of making sure that they show up and then they're actually the person that you can sell to. Okay. And then so if they're unqualified, then we just cancel the appointment and we don't waste anybody's time. Okay. But if they are qualified, we have a thank you page, and then we send this information back through a pixel to Facebook to optimize the campaigns for the best likely person to then book again. That's what's so important about this, is because once we have this qualified, unqualified path here, depending on the questions that they fill out, we are now training Facebook to get better over time, right? Based off of the information that we're giving it over and over and over when we book qualified calls. So it actually just gets better, even if you don't even test anything, right? And then so when the call is booked, oh, by the way, if they are unqualified, they go to a nurture sequence. You can do like a 6-month nurture, a 3-month nurture, whatever. And then if they are qualified, then they book a call, right? Call booked. And then we have a show rate sequence. If they show, then obviously you have the sales call. If they do not show, we have a no-show sequence. And if they do not rebook, then they go back into the long term. They do rebook, obviously calls booked, go back to the nurture. the show rate sequence, and then they show up for the sales call. And so this is based off of what we learned. This is very new for us. We just implemented this about a few months ago, and as I was saying before, the results have been outstanding, right? And from what I'm seeing in the market, especially for software companies and service-based companies alike, they mostly rely on cold outbound, and it just simply does not work as effective as it once did. It's not something that is easily scalable. You have to have people, process, and systems in place for all that. Now, paid advertising, still, I hold my heart on this because it's tried and true. It will always work, and it has worked for a very long time. And now with AI and the implementation of AI, it makes it unreasonable for you not to be able to get over 100 booked calls per month over and over and over. Okay, so qualified, right? These people are not unqualified. These people are qualified because you have to fill out a form. If they do not fill out a form, then they will not be booked in. So that's what's important to note. Additionally, you have 418 leads that you can reactivate and nurture over time as well. So if you do want to make a call, your sales team is a little bit bored off call, they could call these 418 leads as well. And so that's the difference of outbound, is that you're never accruing their information. You're never getting any interest, right? Because if these people see an ad and it's a problem-based ad and it's 4 ways to solve problem in X time frame without usual obstacle, then you know without a shadow of a doubt that those people are the person that they're interested in for the most part, right? Interested in it, and they are raising their hand in terms of they have a problem. That's why the lead funnel works so well. And really, you just need an extra push, okay? It really comes down to the follow-up. And now that the follow-up can just be outsourced to an SMS bot, it's been the most effective thing that we've seen thus far. And so if you are looking for more meetings, more qualified meetings, if you're a software company, service company, local company, sell something decently expensive, say over $1,000, $2,000, and you have product market fit and you're looking to get more sales calls, by all means, you can implement this. But if you'd like, you can get a free plan from us, a free strategy session from us. If you go to the link below and book a call with me or my team, we would love to walk you through exactly how it would work for your business and see if it would be a fit. But anyways, that's all for the video. Take care.